many businesses are shifting all of their eggs into the kind of the cloud baskets of the major providers like AWS and Google and the like. So they obviously have inbuilt security tooling.
Yeah.
So is that enough for a business, do you think? Like, is it good enough to just ship everything into their systems and then rely on the tooling that it comes with?
The idea of going to a cloud provider is they can take a lot of headaches away from you. I mean, ultimately, you're basically just buying access to somebody else's data center that they're doing all the heavy lifting for, like the security of the physical aspects of it. But what they also do is, of course, give you access to a lot of tooling that they don't want to have to manage themselves either. They want to give you enough, I always say this, I mean, it's a terrible analogy, but sometimes they want to give you enough rope to hang yourself with, because they want to give you the flexibility and the configurability. But in doing so, you can make a lot of mistakes. And I'm not just saying cybersecurity, like you could easily shut down critical systems with a click of a button, because they want you to be super easy when you do want to do that. But then there's still security you have to layer on top, and that's called the shared responsibility model. So you need to know what they're going to do for you so that you can cover the bits that they don't. And things like log management, they will probably allow you to do. Like, here, just point this thing at a product we have, we'll keep it for you, and we'll keep it indefinitely. But that doesn't mean they're going to be looking at it for you. And in the scenarios where, like I said, there's no detection rules, there's no correlation rules, there's nothing that's going to spot that anomalous activity in your log data, because we don't know what it is yet. You need somebody who's a little bit more savvy about what normal looks like in your environment, which, again, the big providers can't possibly scale to provide without using automation and anomaly detection and all these sorts of things, which are very good indicators. But they can be, they're not infallible, right? They can be wrong.
Yeah.
So then you could have somebody running around looking at all these things, or you don't, and you just take action when you don't need to. So that's where, like, analysts and people like that have an experience of what does good look like, what does normal look like, what does it look like in your environment, not just what does it look like as a whole, is really important, because some things that get detected in your environment is perfectly normal. An admin going in and administering your system by hand on AWS for your business might be perfectly normal. In another environment where they do full automation, of course, that is a massive red flag. So I think these providers are very good at bringing stuff together. The other thing is, you've got to think about their model is slightly different to a security company's model about how you get paid. Like, generally speaking, as a cybersecurity company, the idea is you're getting paid for your ability to do really good detection and response. You don't charge people, or most providers don't charge lots of money to store this data, because that's not your business model. However, in the cloud providers, their business model tends to be, the more you use, the more you pay. If you're trying to get something out, you pay for it. If you're trying to get something in, you often pay for it. If you try to store something for long periods of time, you can choose how much you pay for it. So that becomes a complex problem in itself, that yes, you could use them, but would you choose to? Is it the right financial decision to make? If you do, you could end up spending lots of money because you're inefficient about how you do it.
You make an important point about the people part of the kind of the process, and I think businesses probably do need to think quite carefully, don't they, about why would you even want to manage all of this stuff yourself?
Yeah.
Like you say, you get access to some pretty good tooling within these cloud platforms nowadays, but you still ultimately need somebody who understands what's going on to manage it. And unless you're, a really large organisation with money to burn, why would you want to do that in-house versus outsourcing it to a third party who knows what they're doing and have done it for many years?
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't get it. I mean, if you're a small business and you're going into this going, actually, I'm going to go buy this crazy SIM platform, and I'm going to have my, technical person, IT person, whoever it is that currently works in the business. Even developers sometimes take on the role of handling the kind of detection and the identification of suspicious activity in their environments, but they've got better things to be doing, and most businesses do. Like, they're making money by selling tires or something. Like, the last thing they want to be doing is spending time looking at log data and trying to figure out whether bad things are happening or not. But what I think you're getting from especially SIEM SOC services is that you're getting somebody with experience that can even give you advice on what you do about it. Like, do I need to do it now? Can I do it later? Is this a significant event that an action has to be performed by an administrator? In which case, what do we do? And that's where you get the extra expertise to say, okay, in our experience, the best way to handle these things are to do this.
And I think ultimately what it's missing is, as we keep talking about, is the people element.
And that's the same with a lot of these products, right? And services, they feel like the silver bullet, right? Like, I put this agent on, it's going to magically find all these things. It's extended detection and response. It's going to find all these cool things and it's going to respond to these things naturally to me until it doesn't. And then you've got nothing to back you up to go, oh, actually, it didn't detect that thing. It didn't respond to anything. We think we've had an incident. Okay, well, how do you find out whether you have or not?